We're currently training over 400 officers, upskilling them to the Taser-trained, which is the latest device on the market, enabling officers to keep themselves safe as well as the public. Whether an officer's carrying the X2 model or the T7 model, they will be coming up and they'll be trained in using the T10. With the T10, officers can now work up to 45 feet, and the T10 is extremely accurate, as opposed to previous models where you could only work up to, say, a maximum of 25 feet. It's user-friendly, so they haven't got to worry about an arc button either side and how to handle it. With the T10, they're working on what they call a selector switch, and they can do a laser dot warning or then tap up the selector switch, and they can then do what's called a warning alert, which will illuminate a very bright torch, and it will pulse and also make a noise as well. With previous models, they would do what they call an arc display, where the taser would arc the electricity across the front of the taser. However, it is the safest option now to use a T10 because they've reduced the voltage, which means it's safer. And that way then we are keeping the public safer, and we also are keeping our officers safer. From the moment the officer draws the T10, it will start recording everything that officer is doing. If they deploy it, it will record the distance between the deployed probe and when it actually hits what we call the subject matter, so it would be the person. So it records absolutely everything. So it's all about transparency, not only for the officer on the ground, but also for the public that we serve. With the Taser-trained, the officer has got 10 opportunities to try and neutralise a threat. But it means that every single shot that officer takes, they make sure it's reasonable, proportionate and necessary, and that every time they pull that trigger, they can justify in doing so. My plan is when the uplift settles down, my next project will be to try and reach out, try and get more female officers coming forward to be Taser trained. Hopefully we can up the numbers and get more females that, have that added protection if they need it.